Howdy, y'all, and welcome to the Barefoot Preacher, we'll say this time. So, I think I've touched on this subject before, but in the last few weeks, I guess, this has come up in comments, so I just want to make a short video about it. So, one of the reasons that people will say that someone has a disability is because that they have sinned and therefore it's karma or something of that sort, that what goes around comes around, and that even if you're injured as, say, a 3-year-old, that, well, you must have done something or your parents did. Well, let's take a look at that. If you read Luke 13, especially verses 1 through 5, you'll see that Jesus was asked about some people that had been killed when a tower collapsed, and he also brought up an instance where Pilate had killed some people in a ritual sacrifice. I don't have the text in front of me, but I'll have it up on the screen here to read. Now, in both of these instances, Jesus said, "Do you think that these people were worse sinners than you? Or worse sinners than any others in the area? No, but unless you repent, you will be like them." So, in other words, their deaths did not come as a result of being a worse sinner or karma, quote unquote, but that it comes to everyone, and that we all need to repent and come to Christ. So there are instances that someone's bad choices can result in having a disability, such as if you choose to drive under the influence of alcohol or drugs, or common today especially, is that if you worship the god of the cell phone and consider it more important than driving and let it distract you while driving, then yeah, there are a multitude of instances of people being killed in car accidents or getting major injuries or that kind of thing because of it. So those instances, you could say that, yeah, a person's choices or even sinful behavior, such as maybe having relations outside of a married man and woman that get some kind of disease or that kind of thing, then yes, those are sinful choices that may result in problems. However, that's not the only way that we see disabilities. So we also see in John 9 that Jesus came upon a person that had a disability for many years, and the disciples said, "Was this man born blind because of his sin or his parents?" And Jesus said, "No, this is so that God can be glorified." And Jesus healed the man, and he went and spoke about God afterwards. So, in other words, God used his disability. So, in the same way, persons with a disability, like mine, can live as an example for God and how to serve him in all things. So similar to what I do when I speak to kids, as I did recently, that, we may serve God in different ways, by writing by mouth or hand, but we still get to serve him and have the same results at the end. And In the same way, it's not because necessarily a person, say, especially a 3-year-old, like in my case, or someone that was born with, say, CP or something, that it is not because of their sin that they got whatever infirmity they have, but we live in a world that is fallen and has sin in it, and it's not the perfect creation that God made. And as a result of that sin is why we have problems in the world today. That it is not the perfect creation that God created, but it is a marred creation that, because of mankind's sin, therefore, all of the creation is now cursed. So, is it, quote, karma that me or someone might have a disability? No. God uses everyone. And whatever situation we are put in, then we can serve Him in whatever means that He has allowed. All right. Well, that is what I mainly wanted to address. I just went over 9 minutes here on my bike, and I can tell I'm kind of tired. So I'll see you next week on the Quad Live. Bye for now.